foundered.
Hey team, this is River here. Hope you guys are doing great. That was an awesome intro, wasn't it? Just getting pumped up and excited for that. Get it going right here with the Druid and ranked battles. And if you don't know that song, I know a lot of people have been asking. It's one of my favorite songs. They used it in the movie Wonder Woman, I believe, in 1984 or whatever. I just heard it and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty intense. It's called Blue Monday by Sebastian Boehm. Go look it up, check it out. I'll put the credits where credit is due. And we're going to get right into the video right here. So Druid, one of my favorite destroyers that I've been using. A lot of people have been asking, what should I use my Research Bureau points get? And I believe that, you know, honestly, it depends on your play style, but for me, I'm a DD main. I like to play destroyers, and the Druid is actually one of the best, I think, for what it does and your play style. And I'm using it here in ranked. I've noticed I've been very, very dominating in this game, especially the games I've been playing with my team and clan, that the Druid is just a unstoppable force because it just focuses on one thing, gunboating. It does it really well, and there goes one down. Petro goes down, and the Petro, by the way, first of all, Petro's allowed again back in clan battles. If you didn't know, the most recent, I would say, update they just did allows you just to have one Petro, and you can have 2 Klebears now, and they kind of limit on a couple super ships as well. But it's glad that they've listened to the community about what they said. Honestly, I don't see why they need to put bans or anything on it, because ships are ships. I mean, they still blow up. And you notice that the Petro still blew up. They're not invulnerable per se. It's just how you play them. But I feel people are just kind of all bent out of shape, going, oh, it's not fair, whatever. But you know what? Just find a way to adapt and overcome. So we're going to go ahead and station ourselves right here. We have a gearing. We call our team, again, communication is always key, to light him up with radar. So see, radar is active, and we're going to go ahead and start shooting him full broadside. And this is what the Druid excels at. Just AP guns that just do, look at that, rapid fire reload. Here, you got it down to 1.4 seconds-ish, and then you just shoot an AP that have improved pin angles, which means that, you know, anything, even if the angle is 65 degrees, it's still going to do some damage. Look at that, we just meld the HP away, and the gearing is going like crap. I can't do much about it. I got no heals, and will this be a couple ammy? Boom! Splash 1 for us, RIP back to Porty, and we are now capping alpha points. See how strategery works there? I use the smokes as a defensive measure to have some place to go undetected in, and then hold and cap the point. We lose our Des Moines in the process, which is not good, but this is what we kind of excel at. We kind of nose in. I'm kind of like a mini Petro, I've always said, a mini Tar, mini Petro, whatever, where I can nose in, sit here and smoke, and just mitigate damage as best I can. See, even if you radars me, I'm going to make a slim profile right here. See, go slim, and look at that. He does some damage, but the good thing is Druid has heals, just like a Daring. Really, really great. I consider this like a Daring with AP guns, only no torpedoes. And we're just going to sit here and farm the Stalingrad the best we can. We're just going to be this little annoying nuisance that's just chipping away, what, 300, 700, 300 HP at a time. Although it's not like that bad, but it is annoying by paper cuts over a long period of time because, I mean, we're doing this every second, and it's not a fire, so he can't really put out a HP damage, whatever. Yeah, he can keep firing at me, but he's firing at, you know, AP shells. And now he's focused on my 2 other guys. So I wouldn't have done this had I not had the Ohio and the Stalingrad of my team keeping him at bay. So we're going to continuously spot him as well as continue firing. See, he's getting shots right there. He's rethinking the matter. And we're going to keep our eye out to the Yamato to the north. But we've got Alpha Cap right here where we're going to continue and spot. Our Shimakaze will continuously spot and harass Yamato. So again, look, we even lose our Petra on our side. So Petra is not that strong as you think it is. It's been raised out of the water line, and it's just like any other cruiser. You just got to figure out how to beat it, adapt, and overcome, like I've always said. The key to victory really is communication and working together as a team. I see that we're pushing together with our Stalin and Ohio, so we are in turn going to push in a minute as well. Again, we're just continuously harassing this Stalingrad, making him think twice about moving forward, so that really helps us out a lot on our team. While our Charlie Cap is being overrun, that Shimakaze down Charlie Cap will keep them at bay, but while we have to really push this Stalingrad to get him out of the way, like I said, if you don't push, you're just going to sit there and just wait to die, because it takes someone to take the initiative to make something happen to lead. And so our Shimakaze takes down a Napoli, great job there. And now we've kind of evened out the playing field. We're still in this game, okay? Don't just think we're ahead of points that we're going to win. Stalingrad switches to HE, which is what I've done. That's what I would have done. And we're going to continuously fire AP at the Stalingrad. Notice, like, yeah, he's not dying right away, but remember, his heal's on cooldown. He can't damage con any of these shells, so it's kind of like, well, this is just free damage for me. Just continuously harass. He goes off detection because we're the only ones spotting him. Shimakaze's out of range to the north and probably also smoked up as well. He takes down the Yamato. Ooh, Ohio takes down the Yamato. So that means that gives us the go-ahead to push. It's now 4-on-1, and we have to do something quick before the other team gets whim of our plans. So let's go ahead and push. I don't care if he radars me or whatever. You know, our Ohio and Stalingrad are right there to contest. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get some broadside. Now, the cool thing about the Druid is rapid firing guns, AP only, improved angles, but they also do wonders on cruisers. I mean, even battle cruisers. It really melts the light cruisers. I mean, if you see a Smolensk, a Minotaur, or Atlanta, whatever, if you see that in a Druid, do you have a lunch buffet? You just eat the Citadel, aim for the Citadel, broadside, and you will Citadel all day long and get something. Now watch this. I'm going to start shooting at the kind of midsection of the Stalingrad. At first we'll do superstructure because of the angling, but look, once he shows a little bit more full broadside, we can really hammer it home with these broadside shots. Look at that, 1,400 damage, 1,000 damage. His heals cannot do much to mitigate this, and we're just going to keep firing. Ooh, he takes down our Stalingrad, but a Stalingrad for a Stalingrad is a good day in my book. Boom! Splash 2 goes out of the game. RIP back to 40. We are going to head and turn our ship back down to the north, or sorry, south. Our Shimakaze will cap Bravo. Communication right there is key. Our Kleber is going to hunt down our Shimakaze, which that's not a fair match. I think the Kleber with the reload booster will just melt a Shimakaze. But what we're going to do is go ahead and push towards the south of Alpha Cap, and we have RPF, so we know where everybody's at. Moskva, I'm not too worried about him, too far away, and we'll melt his broadside anyways. So while we're cruising here, I'll give you a couple thoughts about if you're on the fence about debating if you want the Druid or not, or if you like another Research Bureau ship. Right now, the best battleship, I think, for Research Bureau opponents is Ohio. Yeah, that's my thought right there. I think it's worthy of a grind. Ohio's really, really strong. As you saw, the Ohio's right there with us. And it's a great battleship, great secondaries, and so forth. That's another day for another review. But what I would recommend for me, if for DD main, I actually grinded the Druid first before the Vampire. Reason being, the Vampire is cool and all, but for clan battles or ranked or so forth, the Vampire requires you to have a spotter because you're constantly in smoke. I mean, you have a crawling smoke for about a minute and a half, and people everywhere see where you're at. If you get radar, you're screwed nowadays with the meta of radar. But the fast firing guns are really, really awesome. The Vampire, I really like that. It's just like kind of like a super daring, if you will, just with that one less torpedo rack for a rate of fire and a crawling smoke. But for me, I think the biggest DD killer in Hunter is this combination, what I'm showing you right here, which is the combination of RPF, fast firing reload, heals, and also concealment for the Druid. The Druid, I mean, doesn't have the best concealment, 6.6, right, as you can see as I built it right here, but it does, I mean, you're pretty much going to get spotted, and then you follow the RPF marker and drive right into the target, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking the Kleber right now is going to drive right at me. going full speed, and I'm expecting him to torp me because he knows that, Druid guns are pretty devastating to any DD because they melt a DD really fast with AP shells that have improved angles. And you can't really angle against him that well. So the only thing to do is drive at me, and I know that. So I know he's coming around this corner, so I'm going to go ahead and post up and watch this tactic here. And I think I make a mistake here, and let you analyze this attack strategy and see if it works for you. The strategy here is just for me to slow down and let him drive at me and present broadside, so I'll just melt him right there. So let's see if this works out. So we're going to go ahead and nose in and watch him come around. There he is. So we outspot him. I get the first shots off because I know I outspot him. So I'm going to slam on the brakes right there. And I'm going to see if I can melt him down. Because remember, he has a reload booster and he only has 15 HP. So I figured, okay, well, let's do the best we can. I can either knock out his front guns, or you see the dispersion is not the greatest on the Druid. But you know what? If you can get a lot more shells on target, just keep shooting and you'll get him. So I smoke up, giving myself the advantage a little bit. So he can't spot me, but then I got my Hydra up. I'm thinking, okay, Hydra is gonna, go up, but I forgot my firing range in smoke is pretty bad. So I've got the Hydro. He's in within my Hydro. Nothing more I can do. Got to kill 8,000 HP. Improved angles are actually working for him right now. He's more than 60, but you know what? Let's just keep shooting his superstructure, shoot his guns. I know he's about to torp me. Let's see if I can knock out his guns or front. Okay, now he's throwing full broadside. Let's see if we can knock him out. And there are the torps. I know they're coming at me. And do we get him? Boom! Splash 3, and here come the torps. And there's one, and ouch. Okay, so I didn't really angle very well. The torpedoes are pretty phenomenal angles. But like I said, those are really tough to dodge. And again, that's a tactic and strategy I was just trying to describe of how I could counter that. Now, if you can figure out a better way to counter it, let me know. But for that one, maybe a mistake on my part was probably to drive at him with speed and use my speed and maneuverability to avoid the torpedoes, all the while trying to shoot his side broadside and see if I could out DPM him. But you got to realize he does have a reload booster, and you have to figure out where are his guns facing. They have some of the slowest guns, so that's probably a counter to the Kleber right there. But I feel like, hey, we did the best we could with what we had. Anyways, let me know your thoughts below. Well, what do you think? What do you think of the Druid? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What would you rather have? Any questions on what kind of Research Bureau ships you want to grind or select? A lot of people have been asking me what I prefer. I haven't gotten some of the other big steel ships like the Burgonia or now the new Mecklenburgs or Plymouths. I mean, I haven't really had the steel to get that yet, but we'll see. Maybe in the future, if I plan on getting it, I'll get it. Right now in clan battles, it seems like a lot of people running Montana. And I've even seen a Schlieffen going. I really like the Schlieffen for the secondaries because they really just charge in and get you right there. But this game pretty much finishes out with the win. But let me know. Again, like, subscribe, bell button below. Thanks for supporting the channel. We're on our way to 700 subscribers. And we can't thank you guys enough for all the support and fun times as well to be seen. I've seen a lot of you guys out there in clan battles and randoms. And it's always been a pleasure and a blast to just try out new tactics, have fun, have great discussions at the same time. So hope you guys are doing well. Happy 4th of July, and you guys be safe out there, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.